getting under the hood today before we go off-roading in this video because I have a new mod that I think you're gonna like.
Buckle up, Buttercup!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We've been busy in this household the last couple weeks. Not only are the kids keeping me on my toes, but we have been doing tons of mods with both of the Broncos. Here, the latest with the two-door Bronco, we added some new wheels, bigger tires, which gives us a reason to go off-roading. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna take both Broncos off-roading and have a little fun because I think the two-door is gonna be a little bit more capable now. There's still no lift, but you know, everything has a process. But today we are gonna get Buttercup kind of ready for off-road again. She's been ready for off-road, but there's a new mod that I'm gonna try out on this trip. I'm gonna show you what it is. Here it is. It's kind of heavy, so I'm gonna put it down. You might be wondering what in the world this is. Now, I've had an underhood air compressor in my Bronco for a long time. I mean, I've had it underneath this one the whole time I've had it, and I've had one underneath the hood of OG Buttercup for a long time. And it's one of these mods that if you plan to go off-road, I just feel like it's really needed, especially if you go in more remote places, if you need to air down. How are you gonna air back up? I know there's portable ones. You know, we offer those on the website. Those are always a great option, but I like to have one under the hood of the Bronco. Now, I've had one for quite a while, but one thing I was noticing is the quick connect that I used would get extremely hot because if you're not familiar with these compressors, they get very hot pretty quickly. So when you're airing up 4 tires, you know, it's gonna get really, really hot. So when I was at SEMA this year, I saw this mount. This is the Grimm Offroad Twin Air Compressor mount. This mount is only compatible with the ARB Twin Air Compressor, which is great because that's what I had. But this is going to be mounted to the Bronco a little bit differently. It's going to be more hidden. It's not going to be so up and out in the open. It's going to be tucked away, which I'll show you in a second. But the real huge selling point for me was this holder right here. This is the quick connect where the hose is going to connect to. So this part isn't really mounted to the compressor like it used to be. There's some hoses and everything. You can kind of see, I already have it together. But there's not gonna be a lot of heat there. And I feel like it's gonna be much easier to disconnect the hoses without burning your fingers off. The other thing that I really like about this mount is it does come with all the wiring, all the hoses, everything that you're gonna need to put this in your Bronco. When I have this wired up, I use my aux switches with this Bronco, but I know a lot of people may not have the aux switch package. So they do include this wiring setup that you can run this to and on off switch on here if you don't have the aux switches, which I think is just really cool of them. So everything you need is here in the kit. I'm gonna drop it into the hood of the Bronco so you can kind of see what it looks like. And then tomorrow we are gonna hit the trails with the 4-door and the 2-door and have lots of fun. We got the Grimm Off-Road mount all installed along with the ARB Twin Air Compressor. We're gonna wrap things up, clean up, pack up for tomorrow. You can get all of these products on the website at buckleupoffroad.com. But I think now we gotta prep, get ready to have some fun tomorrow. Made it. We are getting ready to do some off-roading. We kind of had a crazy day on the way down. Jim hit a bird, so the mirror's broken, and then I just did something stupid with my taillight. But hey, at least we got the damage out of the way, and fingers crossed that we have no more damage for the rest of the day.
Very nice words, but happens to be wrong. Wrong.
Better way to get started than doing some jumps. For once, I'm not the only one having fun. We have Jim behind the wheel. We got Josh. I haven't even gotten started with Buttercup. Did you break your mirror already?
I think so. I think it's supposed to look like that.
Where did the bird guts go?
I don't know. Probably the same place
Yeah,
that my mirror went.
doing those jumps probably isn't that great. I wonder where all of this dirt and sand came from since I haven't even started anything.
I didn't see it. I don't know what happened.
Hey, since you're a new Bronco owner and all, I feel like you're having way too much fun.
Well, I watched you do a whole bunch of this stuff, and I'm
for
like,
years,
I
and now
can do
you
this.
get to do it. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Hey, you have a car wash duty when we get back.
That's fine. I'm having fun now.
off-roading! Speaking of loving off-road, I think Jim was starting to have fun, and that's a little bit too much fun because it quickly became apparent that we reached the limitations of what the stock suspension could handle on the new wheel and tire setup. And after a few high-speed jumps, we noticed the front tires had made contact with the front fenders, doing a good amount of damage, not to mention the driver's side mirror had enough and completely broke off thanks to the bird and Jim's off-roading. This led to us calling it a day, so we aired up and tried out our new Grimm off-road mount for our air compressor, and I really enjoyed it. If you guys are interested in this mount or any products of the Bronco, be sure to check out buckleupoffroad.com. Until next time, guys, buckle up, Buttercup.
Buckle up.